guys? My name is Beyah, and a lot of people call me Slush. I'm born in the Philippines, and when I was 12, I moved to LA. And in 2019, I moved here to Vegas, essentially to start up my business here. And my business name is called Milk and Tea, and we're a local boba shop in South Summerlin.
Since this is a fitness channel, what is fitness to you?
Fitness to me is honestly just the lifestyle. It's not necessarily like the reps and all those things. It's just more of the commitment of wanting to do better, to take the time to really perfect your craft. Really, it's about showing up for me, and that's what it is. Yeah.
Can you share with us the beginning of your fitness journey? Like, how did it all start? What was your influence to get into a fitness lifestyle?
Yeah, of course. So I was born in the Philippines, and by the age of, I would say 4 or 5, I was just kind of drawn into swimming. Like every time there's a swimming pool, like I would jump. And so at a very early age, my parents invested their time with me and took me to swimming classes. And by the age of 6, I was already swimming, I guess, professionally, where I'm competing, and I was training like an athlete every single day. So by the time I was, I would say by the time I was 9 years old, my schedule was something like this. I would wake up at 5 a.m. I would show up to work out. We would swim in the morning. I would go straight to school, and after school, I would go straight back to swimming. And my life was essentially just like that for a really long time, and I ended up swimming internationally. I was competing, representing Philippines, and there was a point where I was essentially getting paid for winning these medals and representing either my city or my country.
Wow, that's nice. So do you still take or do any type of swimming?
So nowadays I don't swim anymore. Honestly, sorry, I think that's loud. So nowadays I don't really swim anymore. I swam all throughout high school and a little bit of college, but there was just something in me that was just like, I've been doing this for so long. I don't think that I really want to do this in all seriousness, I guess. Like I still do every once in a while, but it's more for just like for fun or like water therapy, I guess. Yeah.
So what type of fitness do you do today?
So nowadays I do jump rope, and I like to call it Slush ropes, which is my Instagram handle. The reason why I called it Slush ropes more than jump rope is because what I like to do, I'm also a musician besides being an athlete. I was a professional musician for a really long time until I had to grow up and pay the bills. So yeah, what I like to do is essentially I like to incorporate jump rope workouts, all the routines, and also syncopate it with music. So applying music theories, all that stuff with my workouts.
So like, what you mean? Like, what other kind of routines you do with your jump ropes?
I think, how do I explain this? It's just more of like when normally athletes train like athletes, right? Which is very important. But I also realize like with jump rope, it's all about rhythm. You talk to any boxers out there, and that's what they would tell you. Like jump rope is about rhythm. And for me, I'm a professional drummer as well, and to me that makes a lot of sense. Like the rhythm, the rudiments, and just like patterns for me. Like I see those things in my head, and I just kind of think like, why not just incorporate that, right?
Yeah.
So so a lot of my stuff, like sometimes it looks like I'm literally like whipping shit out, stuff like that, and more an artistic touch of things, and less on like, just like doing everything fast, right? So yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. So I seen your video. So what is it that what inspired you to do mostly jump ropes in your workout routines?
Realistically, it's because I was really, really fat. Like, I don't know, maybe like 2 to 3 years ago. I was really big. I mean, I wasn't, at a point where like I didn't fit clothes or anything, but I was almost 170.
170.
And I'm 4'10", like that's like not really like a good weight to be in. And I had like chronic back pain. all throughout my early 20s. And I went to the doctor and I was like, hey, like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I have really bad back pain and I don't know why. And I was hoping that they would just subscribe me, like meds and stuff. But the doctor was just like, yo, honestly, you're 4'10", this is your weight. You just need to work out and like lose the weight. So yeah, I ended up honestly like falling in love with boxing at that time.
Wow.
I was just like, wow, like boxing is so fun. And you could find any boxing classes almost any like gym. And so I started doing that and I started seeing results. But then throughout time, like, they ask you to warm up and like there's that jump rope part where I was like, yo, like this is really cool. I was like, this sounds a lot like playing the drums. Like, there's rhythm, there's patterns, and if you combine the rhythm and the pattern, like you have something really cool. So yeah, I started jump roping and eventually I found myself like just warming up with a jump rope for like an hour or 2 hours, and I was like, wait a minute, like maybe it wasn't about boxing that I really like, maybe it's about jump rope. And so I started uploading videos online, and I was like, whatever, like I suck, whatever, but this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And so I did, and like little by little people are like, yo, like I've never seen this kind of style before, like what is this, can you show me? And so I was just like, okay, like I'm just gonna follow this and see how far we can go. So that's how I ended up jump roping.
So how many pounds did you lose when you first started? Like, meaning you was at 170?
Yeah, almost 170, yeah.
And how much you weigh right now?
Right now I am 135.
135?
Yeah.
So how long did it take you to lose all that from your fitness in jump roping?
Yeah, so for me to lose all that weight, it honestly only took me a year. It wasn't a lot of working out, but there was a point sometime last year where my lowest was 128, but also at the same time, like I felt very weak because there were things that I did that I felt like I was just cheating the system, where I wouldn't eat for a day because I'm like, whatever, like I'll wait till tomorrow. And obviously like my water weight would drop, and if I do that for 3 straight days, like like things would drop. But then I felt really weak, so I started like, I purposely gained more weight, and I was like, okay, like it's time to like drop the body fat. And so that's when I learned about body fat. Yeah. So right now I'm heavier than before, but I feel like I'm at my strongest right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So since I seen some of your videos, like I know you do tricks with it. Do you have a name for your style of fitness, or you just call yourself a jump roper? Like I don't know. It's like I never really met someone just like the way how you do it. You know what I mean? You know how like some people be like, all right, this is what I call my type of fitness. Or you ever named it something or anything like that?
People ask me, and I just honestly say like it's just slush ropes. Like,
it's just slush ropes, like what you said earlier. Yeah. Okay, so it's like, slush ropes.
I'm just like slushing it up.
Yeah,
that's about it. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. What's the longest you ever jump rope for?
Like in a day?
In like one session, non-stop jumping.
Oh, I've had sessions where I was there for 4 hours.
And
that was a time where it was like super new for me, and I was like, yo, like I feel like this is really working. So I would do it 4 hours in a day. I don't know what the fuck was going on with me, but like I was doing it, and then I would go home and I would do it some more. And yeah, it was a lot, honestly.
Do you consider your jump roping fitness lifestyle therapeutic for you?
Oh yeah.
You do?
Oh yeah. Like I think, I do business, and I deal with a lot of people, and all that stuff, and at the end of the day, I either start my day working out or I end my day working out, because if I don't, like it's just like I feel like I wouldn't be in control of something. And for me, it's so important to be in a routine. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So give me a rundown on your daily routines. Like how many days a week do you train? How many hours in a day?
Yeah. So typically when I wake up, the routine for me is both like social media and the actual, working out. And so I would start off my day with, I already have content like ready for me to upload in the morning. Just because if you don't honestly, it is kind of cheesy, but if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right?
Yeah, right.
And so in social media, it's like just so crucial that you're consistent. And one thing I've learned, because before I wanted it to be perfect all the time, you know, like I wanted it to be perfect, the best like edits, all that stuff. But, you know, I realized that perfection is also paralyzing, because you're just here sitting like trying to make it perfect when you could just be shitting out content, you know? And so yeah, like I would upload that, and then I would get ready to go to the gym, make sure that I got everything I need. And once I get to the gym, nowadays I do a lot of warming up and stretching, which is something I didn't do till last month, because I had a really bad injury that like I couldn't work out for almost 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, so you know, I didn't want to listen to anyone, even Alex, right?
Yeah.
He was like, yo, you need to like just stop, because it's a lot of, you know, it's a lot of wear and tear. And I didn't want to, because there's also like that social media aspect of like damn, like I'm gonna like lose my momentum and whatever. But yeah, so I had to stop, and now I spend 30 minutes, 45 minutes just stretching it out. And nowadays I do a lot of slow jump ropes, like just to warm up, and then eventually I would do some, how do you even call it, like eventually throughout the workout, like I would just do some light weights.
Okay.
But I actually don't do any weights at all,
Right.
which I feel like I should.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most of my workout is just jump rope.
It's mostly jump rope. Okay, so you know how you said that you own a business, and I know it's not easy owning a business.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder owning a business than having a regular 9-to-5. So
Yeah.
what gives you that drive or that motivation running a business and still find time to work out?
For me, it's just about priorities.
Setting your priorities straight?
Yeah, setting priorities straight. I mean, my business partner knows this a lot, but I can't think right if I haven't worked out. Like, I feel like I need to work out before I work. You know what I mean? Because then it really sets up like a really positive day for me. And it's not really a question nowadays whether like if I have time or not. It's just more of like when in the day this will happen.
Right. Okay. Do you desire one day to be a personal trainer in like teaching jump roping with your slush rope style?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about being a personal trainer, because that I think that's a world that I haven't really explored, but my heart is definitely in teaching and building a community. So in whatever form that may be, you know, like just being around other people that do like calisthenics or CrossFit, all that stuff. Like, you know, I might not be able to do everything in the CrossFit world, but if I can offer like, like the jump rope part, you know, at CrossFit games is so crucial, you know?
Yes.
And, you know, if I could be that person that kind of helps someone, you know, level up on that side of things, like I would totally love that.
Okay, so what's your goals ahead of you?
My goals?
Yeah, in the fitness.
In the fitness?
Yes.
My goal right now is to pretty much know all the basics. I know it's so funny because there's a lot of people that teach, but they don't take the time to like, you know, just know the basics, the elementary stuff. And that's kind of like what I'm trying to do, because a lot of people, they just want to go straight to the tricks and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, and you know, for me, I do too, but everything is fundamental, right?
Yeah, that's very true. All right, so what are some good advices you would give someone who would want to start their fitness journey? Suppose they were inspired by you jumping rope and they wanted to start, but what would be a good advice you would give them?
I say this a lot on my Instagram, but realistically, you just have to get up and get it. Like, it doesn't matter what the excuse is. It's like you just have to get up and get it. Oftentimes, we really like to believe in the reasons why we can't do something. And I think it's complete bullshit. You know what I mean? I think it's complete. I don't really think it's acceptable, but at the end of the day, another reason why I love jump rope is because it's something that you can do anywhere, just like calisthenics, right? You show up at the park and you could do it. I've seen athletes who are paralyzed from like waist down, and they have these like jump rope trainers, and they still, you know, it's like, it's not one whole thing, but it's like separate, but like they still do it, you know? And so yeah, like the best advice is like you just have to get up and get it. That's really it.
That's real good. Okay, for someone that is watching, where can they learn more about you? What is your platforms? Where can they find you at?
Yeah, currently right now my main platform is on Instagram, which is @slushropes. If you want to know more about, you know, like certain moves that I do have a YouTube channel that I recently started, more on the tutorial side of things and things that are outside of my Instagram stuff. So that's usually where you can find me.
All right.
Or at the gym.
Yes. All right. Thank you, Slush.
Yeah, of course.
I appreciate that.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.